Okay. I guess I'll introduce the show then. Thanks, guys. Y'all should have seen that I was, a little bit preoccupied. But yeah, hi, welcome back to the Plucking Rights Podcast. We're your hosts, episode 17. 17 weeks of... Do we have an issue? I think we might have a problem. Anyways, yeah, this week has been, quite a week in hockey. And first, we're gonna really quickly cover, obviously, the Kyle Beach and Chicago Blackhawks situation right off the top. It's just a really, really unfortunate situation in that, obviously Kyle Beach, we know now, is John Doe 1, who was sexually assaulted by Brad Aldridge, a video coach for the Chicago Blackhawks, and the Chicago Blackhawks management in general. They all failed to report it, and basically now they have a court case, and there was a report brought out with the findings, and there's just been a lot of turnover because of it. Good turnover, deserved turnover. But yeah, so now we know that obviously no members involved with the Chicago Blackhawks 2010 team will be going forward with the Chicago Blackhawks continuing in the future, and 6 of 7 members who were in the initial meeting about the report, about the initial sexual assault report to the organization, are no longer employed by the NHL and will require a meeting with Gary Bettman before they are allowed to be employed again. And I just want to say, I'm so disappointed in the Jets. Genuinely? I'm genuinely disappointed in the Jets. Because, Kevin Cheveldayoff should have been fired. That's all I'm going to say. He should have been fired. Or at least given a leave of absence or whatever,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think just disappointed in, the league in general, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, man, the Hawks are looking really bad right now. Yeah. Not even, from a PR standpoint. Just generally from,
a hockey standpoint.
A hockey standpoint, too. And they're in the running for Shane Wright, and I don't really want Shane going there.
No. Shane to Montreal would...
No, that wouldn't be ideal either.
But it's better than Chicago.
That's true. And better than Arizona.
Yeah,
right now it's those 3 teams, in the running for Shane. And that scares me.
Honestly.
Because I don't want that.
Yes.
Right? But, it's it's just generally, a really awful situation. And, Kyle Beach is obviously a hero for coming out and saying that it was him. And, yeah, it's just super messy. We hope it gets concluded soon. Hopefully the Blackhawks will actually do what they promised and will settle with him for a reasonable price, as well as let him take some depositions that he needs from people instead of delaying the court process, and that, he gets the justice that he deserves, and that, hopefully this inspires change in the NHL. I don't think it will, because apparently USA Hockey, who let Stan Bowman resign, they're about to hire Bill Guerin, who is under investigation for a sexual assault scandal by US Safe Sport. Because of course.
Of course he is.
Of course it's USA Hockey, too.
Yeah.
Of course it's USA Hockey. Not... The USOC is so messed up in so many ways. How could you let this happen after what happened in 2016?
Yeah.
With Larry Nassar and USOC and all of that. They're still in court right now. At the Supreme Court trying to fight this.
Yeah, it's just...
Yeah. Man. USA Hockey, it's all of, the U.S. Olympic Committee, programs. Because, like, I know in fencing, too, like, last year at the Olympics, there was someone who was under investigation, and they still let him on the team.
Yeah, I saw that. Like...
Yeah. Like, generally, like, it makes... in a really twisted and bad way, it makes sense that it's USA Hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Hockey Canada. I don't want to glorify Hockey Canada, but I don't think they do this.
Yeah.
They've kept quite a squeaky clean image over the past few years in comparison to
other, like...
USA Hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, other hockey committees too, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like... yes, they're not learning that lesson, but hopefully it does inspire change, at least in the NHL, at least in the, at least hopefully within the Chicago Blackhawks organization and all the other NHL teams. And that $2 million that the NHL fined the Chicago Blackhawks for actually goes to good use. They should have fined them draft picks, but I think that's a personal opinion. I mean, okay, you can't find a team draft picks if they have no draft picks, because they traded them all for Seth Jones.
True. That is true.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, taking a hard turn from that, we have to. Juniors. Once again, going back to our prospects podcast. That's what this is now, apparently.
Basically.
Basically. The Ice have finally disappointed me. So sad. They lost. They could have made history, but the Oil Kings said no. It was like a close loss though, yeah. So I wasn't too mad about it.
What's the record now? Like
their record, they're 12-1.
Okay.
Yeah. They won last night. 7-0. Yeah, 7-0, which is crazy. But I missed the win streak more, because they could have beaten the record in a regular season had the Oil Kings not have been like jerks and won. Yeah, it was 3-1 though, so I'm like not too worried about that. Like, I'd be more worried if it was like a blowout win, but it was 3-1, and the Oil Kings are really, really good. So, but they did lose to the Rebels last night.
That is true.
Which I'm happy about. Broke their win streak too. They didn't have like a season opening one, but they had like a 6-game win streak or something. Like, it was a lot of games. Yeah. Thank you, Red Deer Rebels, for taking out that revenge. And the Rebels are rebuilding, too.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, it's junior hockey, though. Like, weird things happen.
That is true. I feel like in junior hockey, teams rebuild every, 2 years.
Yeah, like...
It's so weird.
Because players, leave and then they suck.
Yeah, for, ever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
But then they get, good players. Again, and then they actually, the cycle of junior hockey is really weird.
Yeah.
I feel like there are only a couple teams that sustain how good they are for, ever and ever.
Yeah.
AKA the London Knights. But they've been known to cooperate with players.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before. The Oil Kings are kind of consistently good, too. I can't remember, a time when they've been bad, necessarily.
Yeah. It's like that in the NCAA, too, though. Most teams, have to, go through a phase every couple years where they're bad because players, obviously they graduate. But then you also have teams like fucking Minnesota Duluth. They're just always good, and it is really annoying.
I feel like Kat has, this grudge against Minnesota. And Minnesota Duluth.
I do.
And Minnesota State, probably, eventually.
Minnesota State is fine because they aren't in the same division as any of my teams. Right? So I just, never see their faces. But, Minnesota Duluth and Minnesota just annoy the shit out of me. I just want them to go away. Stop being so good.
Minnesota State of hockey, though. It makes sense.
Like
What
Michigan.
would you do if Minnesota beat like Michigan or Wisco in the NCAA tournament? Can they beat the NCAA
They
tournament?
could.
I don't know how it works.
They could. I mean, like, Minnesota beat Wisconsin in the Big Ten playoff final last year, and I was not very happy. Minnesota last year, they beat Michigan in the semis, and then they beat Wisconsin in the finals. And I was so pissed off. And like the thing with the finals, it's like if Wisconsin just decided they were just gonna forget how to play hockey for 40 minutes, and then the third period,
I know, and then it almost danced to come back. I remember seeing that. Lauren posted about that.
Yeah, all of a sudden they got really, really good, and I was like, why weren't you like this earlier? You could have won if you were like this earlier.
Lauren posting about that. Because I think, didn't Holloway get injured that game? It was like one of the games.
Holloway got injured the game before that, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Holloway
yeah.
got injured against Penn State. Yeah.
Broke his thumb.
Yeah.
He still has like a broken whatever. He's on IR right now.
Yeah,
in Bakersfield.
I blame it on Penn State. I blame everything on Penn State. I don't know who it was, but like, yeah.
Yeah. So back on junior hockey, we'll talk about more about the NCAA after.
Yeah.
There's more. The Colts are still bad. They lost 8-5 against the Battalion yesterday.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think yesterday. And it's not like the Battalion are like good. They're like okay.
Yeah.
They're still rebuilding. And I think they might have been down. They've been down a lot. They've had a lot of comeback wins. They're not looking great.
Yeah.
Let's be really honest. They're not looking great at all.
It's
yeah, it's kind of frustrating, not gonna lie. Because they were weren't they supposed to win the division?
Yeah. And then Tyson Forrester decided not to come back.
Yeah, and then Tyson Forrester friggin' decided that he was just gonna abandon his friends. But hey, Clarkie and Cardzi are both scoring pretty well.
Yeah.
I think Clarkie had an OT winner the other day and a couple assists in whatever the win they had before the 8-5 loss.
I'm pretty sure they played Kingston before that.
No. I would have known if they played Kingston, okay?
The Friday game was against Kingston, wasn't it?
Let me check.
You sent that to the group chat.
I don't think it would have been against Kingston. If it was, we would have gotten photos.
That's true.
If it was, we would have gotten photos, and it would have been great. Okay, so the most recent game, 8-3. It was against Mississauga. That was the OT winner.
Okay.
And the one that Brant scored, and then they played Sudbury.
Oh.
They won 7-3.
I don't know why I thought it was Kingston. I don't know.
I don't think they've played Kingston like once this year.
Yeah, because we would have seen Brant and Shane.
We would have seen the photos. Come on.
Yeah, we would have seen the Brant and Shane reunion pics.
Yeah, unless they decide to like not, because they're not great friends. Okay. Sure.
Whatever you say.
But on the topic of the fronts, they're looking dominant. Although they did lose a 2-0 lead on national television the other day on TSN. Of course they did. It's the front.
We don't talk about that.
Hey, it was against Ottawa though.
Yeah, that's true.
But then Ottawa proceeded to lose a 2-0 lead as well. The next game.
See, I don't really watch junior hockey that much. I don't care that much, not gonna lie. Like, I care about, like, certain players, but, like, when it comes to, like, specific teams, I, like, don't really care that much.
Have you seen the Michigan, the guy who pulled the Michigan in the Ottawa game? Yeah. Did you see those highlights? Yeah.
I saw someone post that on their Instagram story. I don't remember who it was.
It was Shane. It was most definitely Shane.
Yeah, it was Shane. It was my
Imagine having a social media presence as a first overall pick. Whoa. Crazy, right?
I know. I
mean, if only Owen Power could do that.
Yeah. Would be nice. All of like the Canadian Michigan boys are very boring. They're all very boring.
But they're boring together.
The only interesting one is Jimmy Lambert. Like,
what about even Edwards is interesting.
Yeah, he's fun. Oh,
but he's new. He's new.
Like,
we get it. It's Owen and Kent who are like.
Yeah, it's Owen and Kent, and they're just like really boring.
That's why they're best friends.
Yeah, that's why they're best friends. They just,
they're boring, but they're boring together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the Knights are looking dominant again. They've won 6 in a row, I think, and 6 or 7. I don't remember how many. Luke Evangelista,
he
had a hat trick, I think, the other day.
I saw that.
He's eligible for the World Juniors team. I didn't have him in my predictions. Should we?
Maybe.
I don't even. Probably. You know, like, I'd be shocked if, like, we have no center depth. I'd be shocked if Connor Bedard doesn't make this team.
Yeah.
Even though he's been, like, slow.
Slow,
aka had a 2-goal night last night.
Yeah, like, he was slow. Like,
slow.
Whatever.
Yeah, and Shane's been slow.
Yeah.
Despite having goals and assists.
Yeah, like.
Slow.
They are a different standard, though.
Yeah, they do live up to a different standard. Like, genuinely. Like, if they don't make the team, I'll probably be really mad.
Yeah.
If U18s is the only time we get to see them play together, like, ever, I'm going to be so pissed off. I'm going to go to Hockey Canada and, like,
I'm just
play someone.
Like, I just, you know, like, it's one of those things, like, it's one of the reasons why I really don't want, like, Kingston and the Pats to, like, make the playoffs. So we can see them.
No, Shane's gonna drag his team to the playoffs, kicking and screaming.
Yeah, exactly. He will, but also, like, I don't want it. I want U18.
I think Connor will go to U18s.
Yeah.
I think the Pats won't make the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Next year, maybe, but I think the Pats aren't making it. But hey, we might see Connor Bedard and and Connor Geeky.
Yes.
But also no, because I want the Ice to make the playoffs.
The Ice are definitely making the playoffs.
If the Ice don't make the playoffs, it'll be a disappointment.
Honestly.
They probably already could just make it, like, with the number of wins they already have.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Connor Geeky first star yesterday, though?
Yeah.
He had a goal and a couple of assists. It was cute. Now that Matt Savoie isn't scoring as much, it's Connor.
Yeah.
He hasn't scored in, like, a couple of games, now it's Connor.
They rotate, like...
They rotate, yeah.
Yeah. They take turns being really, really good.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's the Q. We still know nothing. Apparently the Ramparts are good.
Yeah,
Rory Karen? Is he in the Q?
Who?
The guy I was yelling about. Who I was like, if Rory Cairns makes the team above Connor Bedard, I think he's in the O. I don't know who Rory Karen is.
I'm pretty sure he's in the O. Yeah.
I hope he doesn't. Sorry, Rory Cairns, but I hope you don't make the team.
I mean, he can make the team, just not ahead of
Connor. Yeah. He can be a healthy scratch.
Yeah.
That can be his role. He can be the team's healthy scratch.
Yeah. We have nothing against him personally. We just, like...
Yeah. We don't know who he is, and we want Connor to make the team.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing against him, but, like...
Yeah. And apparently Lucas Cormier is making a good push, which is good and important.
Yes.
In case one of our projected top defensemen get injured.
Yes.
As well as... Oh my god. Who was I? Oh! Jack Thompson!
Yeah,
Jack Thompson! Yeah, on the O too. I think he's the top scoring defenseman right now.
Yeah.
Which is, like, sad, because Brant, please.
Yeah, but also, Jack Thompson, our new Hockey Boy of the Week.
We'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be exposed mid-show, but... Yeah, it's now time for the ever so wonderful segment of Kat talks about the NCAA.
Michigan, what the fuck was Saturday? Or Friday?
Friday!
Yeah, what the fuck was Friday? Like, what was that?
Hey, but Kent made Sports Center.
Yeah, Kent made Sports Center, and it was amazing, and I love him. But, like... Also...
honestly, I was watching, like, part of that game, and it got me, like, genuinely angry. Because it's not like Wisconsin was, like, actually playing that well.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They weren't playing, like, great. They weren't playing, like, out of their minds, and their goalie wasn't even that great either.
Yeah. It's... Oh... this is one of the reasons why I hate the NCAA. Like, I love it, but, like, teams are never consistent. It makes me so sad.
Like, they love splitting their series.
Yeah.
Like, now. Like, last week, I think they split theirs.
Yeah.
Almost didn't against Western Michigan.
But I mean, like, see, sweeping in, like, the Big Ten is, like, a lot harder than a lot of people think it is. But also, like... Wisconsin, you should be able to beat them. God damn it.
Yeah, aren't they rebuilding as well?
Yes, basically. They're like mid-rebuild, mid-not-rebuild. It's weird.
They might make it, they might not. Carson Colemans is there.
Yeah. It depends how good Roman Ashon decides to be, honestly. Like, if Roman starts scoring, then Wisconsin might be a problem.
But yeah, I don't get why they weren't, like... They weren't that good.
Yeah.
They kind of... Okay, not gonna lie, they kind of sucked on the Thursday, too.
Yeah.
Like, they were doing better, but, like, Wisconsin's goalie was just playing, like, out of his mind.
Yeah. Yes. That was our third goalie last year. Wisconsin has a thing for just being able to randomly, like, throw goalies in there, and suddenly they're really, really good. I
feel like that's, like, most rebuilding teams, though. Like, Sabres? Craig Anderson?
Yeah.
He's, like, 42. He's ancient.
Yeah. Like, in my mind, Craig Anderson's still in the Sens. Like...
I honestly forgot that he went to DC. Like, I genuinely thought that he was still on the Sens last year.
I know. He's a Sen, in my mind. Like...
Yeah. He'll always be a Sen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll probably take an organizational job with them after.
Those teams that, like, even when they suck, they somehow just still manage to win. And I don't know why. I don't know how they do it. But, like, they manage to do it. And, like, I love it when they aren't playing Michigan. But, like...
Not against Michigan.
Yeah. Like, I remember, like, 2019, 2020, they were terrible. They had Caulfield, Holloway, Turcotte, and Keandre Miller, right?
But they were terrible.
But they had talent. So, like, every now and then, the talent would suddenly start being talented and score a bunch, and then they would win. And the very next week, they would just suck again.
I feel like it's Michigan.
Yeah.
They got the talent, but like, they might just suck.
I have more faith in Michigan because Wisconsin's problem that season was goaltending, and then Michigan has.
They got a goaltender.
Yeah, Michigan has goalie.
Yeah, they at least have that. They have goalies. And speaking on the topic of goalies, Devin Levi, y'all, the beloved,
yes,
the number one ranked beloved,
yes,
right now,
yes.
4th shutout of the year. It's been a month.
Honestly, yeah.
Single season record for Northeastern is 5.
Yeah.
5 in a year.
Yeah. It's been a month.
Which he could beat in like a month and a half.
Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly.
And he finally got his first win without having a shutout.
Yes. But, see, Northeastern swept. Michigan, why couldn't you do it?
Who was Northeastern playing?
I don't even remember.
Were they even playing like a good team? Like,
who were they playing?
according to this.
Oh, they put in
Whoops.
Maine. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. The only thing I
That sounds so mean.
know about... Okay, but like, you want to know what I know about Maine? The only thing I know about them is that Oliver Wahlstrom was supposed to go there, and then he got to the NTDP and was like, "Peace out."
Somehow, that's so funny. I feel like Maine has like a stronger women's program.
Yeah, their women's.
I feel like Maine's always
really
like
good.
Talked about in like women's hockey as like a really strong.
It's like
program.
It's Maine, and Wisconsin's women's team is so good.
I feel like Wisconsin's women's team wins every year.
Oh yeah,
like not gonna lie.
They're the back-to-back national champions, and they are currently 12-0.
Meanwhile, the men's Wisconsin team.
Last year was a good season for Wisconsin fans, though. Last year was so much fun.
Who knows? Maybe they'll three-peat as champs.
I hope they do.
Probably.
That's what it looks like. And like they've been playing really good teams as well, right? Like last year they won the national championship in overtime against Northeastern. It was, oh my god, the goal was so amazing.
Yeah, and BC has a good women's team too, right? That's where Newhook's sister goes.
Yeah. BC always has good teams though. Like it's Boston College.
Yeah, I feel like Boston area guys, they're just so drawn to that, like
because they grew up like
BC and BU. Yeah,
but like they have like this winning atmosphere, and the fans are so amazing. And then like the players, the younger players all like go to games, and then they see that like feel, and they're like, I want to go there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like Michigan though. It's like
like kind of.
Yeah.
And I've seen the clips of Dylan Larkin talking about Michigan.
Yeah, like
being like, I went to Michigan State and it was like dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michigan State used to be really good. Like they used to be really, really good. And then like
now they're not?
Yeah, now they're just not.
Because everyone wants to go to Michigan.
Yeah.
Who wants to go to Michigan State?
It's because all of the good players from Michigan almost always end up at the NTDP.
That's true.
And then if you're at the NTDP, there's a very high chance you end up at Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just how... Because they're like neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
And, like,
yeah, that's true.
They always go
to
like
Ann Arbor, yeah.
Yeah, then they always go to like each other's games and stuff. Like
exactly. Yeah. And the Chicago Steel to Michigan Pipeline is also a thing.
Yeah, because one player goes and he like reports back to his friend and he's like, it's amazing here. And so his friends just end up
Mm-hmm.
Like Owen was committed, and then Owen met Briss, and then because I'm pretty
Briss committed.
Briss mentioned, I'm pretty sure, how like Owen like really hyped it up for him or something. Or somebody on the team. Somebody on the Steel mentioned that once.
I bet Owen hyped it up to his friends back home too. That's why Cole Perfetti wanted to go. Wanted. Past tense. Past tense. Rip. Rip what could have been.
Honestly, like, there's a chance Owen and Jack Hughes are friends.
No, they probably are.
Yeah, like
because Grant is friends with Jack Hughes.
Like, there's a very high chance that they're friends. Like,
I'm willing to bet that they actually are friends. Because Jamie is friends with Owen.
Yeah.
Jamie played in the Marlboros the year after Jack.
Yeah.
He captained that Marlboros team.
Yeah.
Important detail there.
Yeah.
Okay. And so they probably would have met.
Yeah.
And Luke was playing for the Marlboros too, even though Owen was the year above him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
guarantee, like they're all friends. It doesn't make sense.
The Hughes brothers annoy me so much because the relationship they have with other players just doesn't make sense to me. Because they know all of the USA guys, right? Because Quinn knows his year, and then he knows the people from the year above him, so the 98, and he knows the 2000s. Mm-hmm. And then Quinn introduces those people to Jack, and Jack is also really good friends with the 2000s because that's the year above him. right? And then he also
and he also knows the he knows all the O1s.
Yeah, he knows all
obviously.
the O1s because he played with them, and he knows all of the O2s because they're the year under him. And then Luke also knows all of the O2s because they're the year above him. And Luke knows all of the O3s because that's his year, and he knows all of like the O4s. And they just like introduce them to each other, right? Like,
and then when you talk about them living in Canada too,
yeah, exactly.
Everyone in the GTHL.
Like they played minor hockey in Canada and in the GTHL, and obviously all of the GTHL guys all know each other, so he knows all of them, and it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It shouldn't make sense that Graham and Brant are friends with Luke and Jack. Like it shouldn't. It shouldn't make sense.
Exactly.
But it does.
Exactly. Like it's just. Oh my god.
Like I know they're the same year and everything, but it still doesn't make sense.
Exactly. The Hughes
Man, hockey's so incestuous.
I know. It's the people that like grew up in Canada but now play for the U.S.
Oh, sport little freaking get out of here.
Yeah. But it's the Canadian guys that end up in the NCAA, like the American guys that end up in the CHL, and then the Americans that end up growing up in Canada and then end up playing in the U.S. It's those guys that just.
It always confuses me why Arthur Kaliev chose to go to the OHL.
Yeah.
Like, that confused me.
Yeah.
Because he was on the NTDP team, right? Like he's.
No, he wasn't.
Buds.
He wasn't. I don't think so.
Why is he buds with Trevor then?
I'm pretty sure.
Because Trevor only makes friends from the NTDP team.
They play minor hockey together.
I don't like that at all.
A lot of people from the 01 class grew up in the Boston area.
That's true, because Trevor and Spencer are friends, right?
Trevor
okay, yeah, no, they
played...
didn't play. He wasn't on the NTDP team.
Trevor and
but he's
Spencer...
always on the he was on the U20 team.
Yeah.
For World Juniors.
So
and probably other
Trevor
events.
And Spencer played growing up, and then they went to prep school together, and then they went to the NTDP together.
And you know who also went to prep school together? Dylan and Bowen, and I think Cole and Shane went. Cole Perfetti and Shane went to the same hockey school.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it's so weird. It's so incestuous. I hate it so much.
It's worse in the U.S. because a lot of them...
There's only a select few good programs, right?
Yeah, so they all end up in the same, especially on the East Coast. Like Shane Pinto went to prep school with Zach Jones, who was on the Rangers now.
No.
Yes.
No thanks.
Yes.
No thanks.
And Jack Hughes went to prep school with somebody who is on BU now.
Mm-hmm. I honestly feel like everyone, especially now, everyone goes to, hockey academies. No joke. I was listening to, the Oilers, their introductions of the team, where they self-introduce themselves and where they played junior hockey? Or junior, what's the year before major junior? It's Bantam? Bantam, I think?
Midget.
Midget, yeah. They where they played midget, and so they were just listing off, Rink Hockey Academy, Delta Hockey Academy, Yale Hockey Academy, X whatever Hockey Academy, and, what's the one in Edmonton? I don't even know, but the one in Edmonton.
Vimy Ridge?
No, Vimy Ridge is the school.
Oh.
It's the school, but they're, associated with each other.
Yeah. I know, Caitlin Osmond, who figure skating national champion, she went to Vimy Ridge.
Everyone from the Edmonton area goes to Vimy Ridge. If I had just trod my ass up there one time. Could have met Caden. Could have met Kirby. Could have met the entire Oil Kings team.
Yeah, that is true.
Because they all go there.
Yeah.
I just met Matt Sebois. I guarantee you he went there too.
Because Vimy Ridge is one of those schools, it's not a sports school, but it's it's one of those schools that has a sports program, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's a sports school.
Yeah.
You have to you get recruited in.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a specific team.
No.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think Yeah, because, like, they're affiliated with, what's the one in Edmonton? What's the school? I can't remember its name.
No.
Kane Gooley went there. What's the name of the school? OHA. That's what it's called. OHA Edmonton. And so, like, they're associated with them, and so they send all the people who play hockey there.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Which is weird, but not really for me to say. But yeah, if I had just tried my ass up there one fucking time. Freaking, I used to curl at the same rink Olin Zellweger and Matt Savoie both train at. And I'm kicking myself. Like, kicking myself.
You could have met them.
I could have met them. I could have made friends, but I guess not.
It's fine.
Fine. It's not like they're my age or anything, guys.
Yeah, like...
Rip. It makes me so sad thinking about, like, if I had just done, like, one thing. If I had just gone up to Vineyard Ridge one time, could have met people. But I didn't. And Corson Coleman's used to go to Vinny as well, I think. Friggin' Corson. Man, I hate not having connections. You know Lindsay. We've talked about Lindsay before. And Lindsay has so many.
I know.
Somehow she knows Corson through people.
I know.
Meanwhile, I don't know him.
I know nobody.
I know nobody. We need to get on that.
We live in Ontario. We should know people.
We should know people, yeah. It's okay. I'm gonna go ask the hockey boys in my class. Like, if they know people. You know what? One of them probably knows freaking Shane.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Like, 99% guarantee if I, like, ask someone in my school who's on the hockey team, if they know Shane, guarantee you, they'd probably say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ari's just here like, Ryan Johnson? We love it. Okay, moving on. Sorry?
My only connection is him living, like, 10 minutes away from me. Other than that, there's nothing.
No, I think Jamie lives, like... Because I live, like, a kilometer from St. Mike's. And so the catchment area would be, like, where I live. Which I don't happen to like.
I mean, like, Brant's sister goes to my homeschool. So, like...
But you haven't been there. You're online, Kat.
Yeah, but, like, still, like, that means she lives in, like, the area, and that's scary.
If you just see, like, a ginger head just walking down the street.
Because, we've mentioned this before, I think, but Q and I can know Brant from the back of his head. Like, we can recognize him.
Oh, yeah, we can... Oh, we have mentioned this before. We can identify him. We can identify a lot of people by the backs of their heads.
Mainly it's honestly, the hair. It's the haircut. Like...
It's the hair. It's the... Have you seen the photo? I'll send it to you. But there's a photo of Owen Power working out. And I was like, I can tell it's him.
I'm pretty sure
like his back muscles.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
Weird. Yeah, that's part of our problem. That we'll discuss later. But first, a prospects update. Because we have to move on with this show. Or else we're going to go overtime again. Jake Neighbors, first NHL goal. Woo. But how does this affect the World Juniors team?
Yeah, how does this affect
That's the real question. Lucas Raymond had a hat trick the other day. Him and Mo Sider are early Calder favorites, and Bo too. Caulfield, unfortunately, is not.
I mean,
has disappeared.
He's on the half, like.
He hasn't scored. I don't even think he has a point.
But he's on the half.
In like 9 or 10 games.
Like, nobody on the halves has scored.
Nick Suzuki.
Oh, he's Nick Suzuki.
In his past 4 games.
Nick Suzuki's a different level, alright? Like.
That's true. Ridley Gregg. Gets a C. For the Wheat Kings, which, like, okay, I guess, if you want to name it your captain. After Braden Schneider Like, this is, like, not even 5 months after Braden Schneider. You're gonna disrespect him like this?
Q, in case you can't tell, Q has a thing against Ridley Gregg.
I do have a thing against Ridley Gregg. I hope he gets scratched on the World Juniors team. He's gonna make it, but I hope he gets scratched. Because I guarantee you he's gonna make a dangerous hit, like, game 1 or 2, and be suspended.
I mean,
And not
Braden
help out the
did that, so...
Hey! Whoa! Braden is different.
Yeah, Braden is different. I remember the game
Braden actually played well after that.
Yeah, that is true.
And he scored a couple goals. Pretty hot, if I do
Yeah.
say so myself.
Yes. Braden was so good.
Braden was so good. I miss him. Where's he gone?
He's got to the fucking Rangers.
I hate them so much.
I know.
I can't believe they also have Otter, too. Like,
Did you see Chris Kreider ran over another goaltender?
I haven't seen that clip.
He ran... Yeah, Chris Kreider ran over another goaltender. Another one.
Of course.
I'm so not over...
I'm so mad. Okay, I love that Braden and Otter are, like, now, like, friends. They're friends, for sure. But, like, also, I hate it. Because I don't want Otter on the Rangers. I'm gonna be really honest. Did you see his game yesterday? Yesterday, no stats, just vibes.
Yes.
Our boy, 1 goal, 3 minor penalties.
Yeah. As he should.
As he should. We love the rat boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, continuing on after Ridley Gregg. McMichael, first NHL point. We love it.
We love it.
Seth Jarvis is having his NHL debut on today, Sunday.
Hughes' first reaction was, how does this affect the World Junior team?
Yeah, but how does this affect the World Juniors team? And then finally, last thing, Korzak
That
got
should be
called
the
up.
title of the episode.
Yes, but how does this affect the World Juniors team?
Yeah.
And Korzak got called up and then subsequently sent down, so
Yeah.
he didn't do anything. I think, is Krebs still up with the Knights?
I think so.
Well, he's gonna be on the Sabres soon. So.
I believe he is.
That's true.
Yeah, I haven't seen, like, Cat Friendly saying that he got sent down. But you know what? He's gonna be on the Sabres, like,
Soon.
probably next week.
Yeah.
They're gonna pick him up on their way home from, California.
Yeah.
Man, the bestie content that we're gonna get from that. Are we actually gonna get Peyton Krebs, not the fourth wheeling the Golden Trio? Are we just gonna have Peyton Krebs actually being, like, friendly with Dylan? I love how he's gonna get traded to Dylan's team, the person who he was like, yeah, I don't know this guy. Like, at all. Because of course.
Honestly.
We love to see it, though. Honestly, like, we love it. Okay. So, according to this, he has played 8 games with the Golden Knights. He has 0 goals, 0 assists, for a 0 total points. He has 2 penalty minutes, and he's a -4.
I mean, he's probably not even getting any minutes. So
He's on the 4th line, guarantee.
Exactly.
4th or 3rd.
Yeah, like, he's probably not even getting any minutes. So, like...
Because Vegas ruins their prospects.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Spoiler.
kind of hard to score goals if you're not on the ice.
Kind of hard when you're, like, benched all the time. And yet, somehow, Braden Schneider at Worlds got, like, 5 minutes of ice time every game, and yet he still got 1 assist.
I remember that assist. I was so happy.
He literally, there was one game where he was on the bench.
And he
you
didn't
could
play.
see him on the bench, and they didn't play him.
He didn't play him at all. Yeah. You posted your rant after that, I remember.
I did post my rant
And then
about own power, too.
And then I
Oh, how the
added
turntables.
And then I added on to that rant.
Oh, how the turntables, y'all.
Yes.
But yeah, and so I think that's a good time to transition, kind of, from what we've been teasing the whole episode, the World Juniors team predictions.
Again, because...
Again, for next episode, let's all remember to do, like, an actual prediction board,
Yeah.
Like, who's actually going to be on this team.
Yeah.
Like, actually make a roster. All of us, instead of just people on Twitter.
Yeah.
And us reacting to it. And so we take a look at the roster without their key pieces once again. So this person, I think they're pretty reliable. I think they do cover, they cover the University of Calgary and, junior hockey, NHL, stuff like that. And so, obviously, we have the goaltenders, Kosa and Garand. Fairly easy. Honestly, are we thinking the extra is going to be Lennox or Brochu? That's, like, the big question. Or Gaudreau, I guess.
Probably Gaudreau.
Yeah, I'm thinking Gaudreau, but, I'm thinking also Brochu's been really good for the Knights.
That's true.
But he's undrafted.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really tough to say. Lennox is about to get traded, according to OHL insiders. But, yeah, I don't know about, like, I'm thinking, it'll probably be, like, a battle between Brochu and, Gaudreau, maybe, if the Stinger are really good. He'll at least be invited to camp, I think. I don't think they'll snub him again. But, yeah, Garand and, Kosa makes sense. I'd honestly probably start Garand above Kosa.
Yeah, he has the experience.
Just at least for, like, the first few games.
Yeah. They just...
Or do, like, what they did at U18s.
I mean, they'll probably have, like, more exhibition games this year, so they might, like, start, like...
Yeah,
Garen for one, and then Kosa for the other, and see, like, which one does better.
Yeah. Or they could do, like, what they did at U18s. Where it was, like...
Where they rotated.
Like, it was both goalies, and then they chose one, like...
For the elimination games.
For the playoffs, yeah. For, like, the actual tournament elimination section. And defensemen we have here, expected, Caden Gooley, Owen Power, Carson Lambos, Corson Coolemans, Brant Clark, Ryan O'Rourke, and Lucas Cormier.
I like that.
Jack Thompson not being on here is a snub, first of all.
Yes.
But, that's pretty much what we predicted.
Yeah.
Can't believe we're that smart, guys.
I know. It totally wasn't extremely obvious. Like...
It totally wasn't extremely obvious. Yeah, but I pray that they go Power Clark.
Yes.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Power Clark. If they go Power Goalie, I'm gonna tear my eyes out.
No. No.
I don't care if Caden's your captain. You're not putting him on the first pair.
Yeah.
Power Clark, supremacy. But about Jamie Drysdale, we'll get to this after. But about Jamie Drysdale, I'm tin-hatting again. All I'm gonna say. But yeah, he is a question mark to be back. Yes or no? Maybe. But yeah, I like this defense score. Like, it looks good.
Yeah.
Like, last year's defense looked good too, except for Caden.
It's fine, though.
Did I play the other Caden? More.
Caden Korczak had 0 minutes in the gold medal game.
How offensive is that? Caden Korczak.
I remember, like, we're the third period, and my, like, live language is like, play Korczak! What are you doing?
I know. And oh my gosh, Gooley was on the ice for both of the goals.
I know.
And he wasn't covering his man. And you know who this wouldn't have been a problem with? Caden Korczak.
Exactly.
Caden Gooley's bad at defense.
You know what wouldn't have been a problem? If Michigan had actually let Owen Power go to camp.
You know what? It wouldn't have been a problem. Okay, imagine what our D pairs. It'd be Byram Drysdale, Power Schneider. Oh. And then whoever the fuck on the third pair.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who was it on the third pair last year?
I don't remember.
It was like Korczak and someone. Yeah, let me look this up. I don't remember who was playing D on the team last year.
Let me see if I still have the line bookmarked.
Okay. So I know Spence was the scratch.
Yeah.
And don't know. Oh, Baron and what's his face? Yeah, Baron and Harley.
Yeah,
those are,
how did you get Harley?
Yeah.
Harley wasn't bad. Like, Harley was pretty good last year.
Yeah. But here, you could have had Byram Drysdale, Power Schneider, Harley Baron.
Yeah, honestly, like, imagine having a first...
No, Harley Korzak.
Yeah.
Throw Baron out the window. He was that too.
Yeah. Like, oh, god damn you, Michigan.
They could have let Kent go too. Even though Kent wasn't, like, on Hockey Canada's radar that much. But they could have let Kent go too.
I don't think Kent was originally invited to camp.
Probably because he was picked 200th and something in the WHL draft.
Yeah, I know. It's so sad, because, like, he was a projected first rounder, like, even at the beginning of last year, like.
Yeah. But he's there now. He'll be centering their top line.
Yes, as he should.
Centering? Is he a center?
He can play wing and center, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Perfetti was on the wing.
He can play center, but he plays with Maddie.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. It doesn't matter if Perfetti or Johnson is our first line center. It literally doesn't matter. They can switch. It's just taking face-offs.
Yeah, which is fine, because one of them is probably going to get thrown out, and then the other one can come in, and we're fine.
Yeah, exactly. Or, you know, I think, is Kent left-handed? Because Cole's right-handed.
I don't know. Let me check.
If Kent is left-handed, he could just take all the draws on the left side, and then Cole can take all the draws on the right side.
Let me check. One sec.
Are you opening Elite Prospects too? We use Elite Prospects so much.
I'm using the Michigan app. They have an app, did you know that? It's great.
Yeah, he's a left-handed. He shoots left.
Yeah.
And so Cole, I think, shoots right. I think he's a right winger. Or he can play right wing, I guess.
See, our first line is going to be so good, and then the rest of the team is going to be so bad.
Hey, don't insult the Othman right Bedard line.
Yeah, that line will be good. I think that line's always good.
You got the two fathers and their son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other than that, like, for the forwards, this person thinks that Perfetti, Lapierre, and Jarvis will be loaned, but McTavish, Sillinger, and Neighbors might not. I guarantee you McTavish won't be loaned.
Yeah.
I'm like 90% sure that the Ducks are keeping him in the NHL, and they're going to ruin his development, but who?
Yeah, but it's fine.
It's the Ducks.
Knowing how the Ducks are, they're not.
I would say that, like, the Ducks are what the Sabres were, but now the Sabres are, like, self-aware.
Yeah.
Like, they know they gotta keep their prospects in junior and everything.
Yeah.
The Ducks are like, Olin Zellweger might get a game. Mason McTavish is gonna play and get injured and play and get injured and play and get injured.
I think it's because the Sabres' current head coach used to be an NCAA coach. So he understands how to develop.
But Dylan Cousins is still our first line center, guys.
Because you have no one else.
Don't even talk about it. He was so bad in the game against Anaheim. Like, I genuinely was getting World Juniors flashbacks. Every time he was on the ice with Trevor would get a scoring chance. But then he got benched, which is good, which is so good. Because I didn't need Trevor to score on the ice.
Yeah,
with Dylan on the ice.
You didn't need that.
Like, literally, I would have died had it actually happened. Yeah, and so we also have the forward group. This person is predicting Wright, Perfetti, Johnson, Jarvis, Gunther, Borgo, who's in the queue. Hey, we know that guy. McLennan, Lapierre, Greg, Bork, Cairns, Savoie, Bedard. What are we thinking about that lineup?
It's not great. It's not terrible. It's not great.
Who's Rory Cairns?
Some guy that is apparently good at hockey.
Not better than Luke Evangelista. He should
That
be
is
on this
true.
team.
That is true.
Unless he's too old.
He might be. No.
Mm.
No, he's in juniors, so
Yeah, that's true.
he
Yeah.
can't be too old.
Yeah. Jack Thompson not getting a nod is odd. Matt Savoie making the team, though.
We love that. We love that.
We love it. His brother might make the team as well.
Yeah. His brother plays at Denver, and I don't really like Denver, but, like, it's fine.
Ari likes Denver now, apparently.
Yeah. I only dislike Denver because they're, like, natural rivals with, like, one of my teams. Like, that's it. Like,
Makes sense.
yeah.
Okay. And then, I mean, none of the others are surprises. Byfield, this person says that he might be interesting to keep an eye on because he is apparently, maybe going back, depending on what LA wants
Yeah,
for him.
I think it also depends how his injury is
Mhm.
doing.
Apparently he'll be healthy by mid-November. So, perfect timing
For World Juniors.
for World Juniors Camp. Can you believe that World Juniors Camp is like a month away? Like it starts at like the beginning of December.
That's gonna be so much fun. Content!
Content! But also like, damn, I'm still not over that loss from last year. I started crying when I saw Trevor getting chances. I was so emotional about it.
Honestly, the Habs play the Ducks today. So, we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes.
Hopefully,
Hopefully well.
hopefully Trevor doesn't do anything. Hopefully the Habs win.
Hopefully Cole and Trevor don't be cute.
Yeah. They probably will be, but, like, it's fine.
But it's fine.
I just want the Habs to win, to be honest. Like,
Yeah,
just want them to
exactly.
win.
I don't know. I'm worried about the team already. Like, that's my big thing. Like, I'm already worried about the team.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Because everyone's just making the freaking NHL. Stop it.
I know, like, I'm happy for them, but, like,
Stop.
yeah. I want World
Stop.
Juniors.
Go to the World Juniors.
And then
Actually
make
make a difference. Seth Jarvis, please. Come on, please.
Yeah.
Anyways, oh my god. Now we have obviously for next week we will make our own predictions, our own lines. We will see who makes this damn team. But anyways, NHL news really quick. Blackhawks, Penguins, Sharks, all the players on protocol. Mackenzie Blackwood gets vaccinated. Yay! He did it not because he wanted to, but because Team Canada.
Yeah. He still got vaccinated, so.
Riley signs another 8 years in Toronto. Good for him. Bad for Toronto's cap problems. I saw a graphic that it was like 53.8%
It's the Leafs, it's fine.
of their cap is taken up by 5 players.
It's the Leafs, I don't care. I want them to be in cap hell. I don't like the Leafs.
And we have to talk about Jack Eichel again. He's gonna get traded today or like within the next week.
Yeah.
Like I'd bet on it. Like
Yeah.
I really want him to. I'm gonna just make sure that he hasn't already been traded.
I don't think so. My phone isn't.
So this is
My phone isn't going
isn't out
off,
of date.
so I don't think he's been traded.
good. Yeah, but there's been lots of chatter over the past 2 days. A lot of the insiders are reporting Vegas.
Which is
Which
good.
like cool, Peyton Krebs, Brendan Brisson, let's go.
Yeah. And if it means Vegas no longer gets to keep my favorite prospects, I'm happy.
But you know what? That might be what's holding it up right now. The fact that Pat Brisson doesn't want to trade his own son.
Yeah. He probably doesn't want to trade his own son to Buffalo.
Kevin Adams being like, but
But we have
But
Owen
Brendan.
Power.
yeah, we have Owen Power. Your son is great friends with him.
And Eric Portillo.
He
Brendan
do.
Brisson and Eric Portillo live together, I'm pretty sure. So, like...
Yeah. The look, your son has friends tactic.
Yeah. And Brendan and Owen have been playing together since
Since
junior.
the Steel days.
Yeah, they played together
Mhm.
last year of Steel, and then they're very good
Yeah.
friends. Owen once called him mid-interview.
Man, the only part of personality that Owen has. Little ounce of personality. But yeah, but other insiders are reporting the Flames still. So are we gonna get Zari Peltier? Coronado? I don't want Kevin Adams gotta catch them all from that Team Canada.
Coronado, he was with the Steel, wasn't he?
He wasn't with the NTDP.
Yeah, okay. So it's the same. Okay, I'm thinking the same guy. He's at Harvard now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at Harvard.
But we hate that. We hate the NTDP guys.
I mean, like...
We don't hate it because it's a good program. But we're scared of it.
Yes.
I'm scared of it.
Oh my god. The NTDP are starting to post soup pics, and I hate it so much.
Who?
The NTDP, they're posting, like, soup pics,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't have that, because I'm gonna scroll on my Instagram and be like, oh, this guy is cute, and then find out that he's American, and I don't want that.
Unfollow the NTDP. Just unfollow them.
But I don't want to follow them, because what are we doing content? Because they post interesting content.
Like, if only Hockey Canada could be as interesting as the NTDP.
The NTDP social media manager is so much fun. Like,
We gotta get, like, a social media for the World Juniors, like, boys. Or, like, the Program of Excellence. That's what it's called.
Yeah. USA Hockey, their social media manager will do, like, a Q&A sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's really entertaining. And he'll be like, what pictures do you want to see? And it's hilarious.
But Hockey Canada just posts, like, yeah, join our Young Skaters program.
Yeah, and here's the 50-50 draw for tonight.
I hate them. Hockey Canada, hire us to do socials for you.
Yes, please. We would do such a good job.
We would do such a good job. We'd actually get interesting content. The last, like, interesting thing that they put out was the Get to Know You series. And that was from, like, Klinka.
Yeah.
Like, the last time they did that was Klinka.
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah.
They got up their game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jack Eichel, Flames, or apparently Silverberg was taken off the Ducks roster yesterday.
Oh?
Yeah. And due to this, we gotta talk about our teams. We gotta talk about the Jamie Jr. narrative. Teams. How are our teams doing? The Jets, they suck.
The Habs, they also suck. A lot.
The Ducks?
The Ducks? Yep, they suck. What do we expect?
Love this.
But
Yeah.
the Sabres. They're 5-1-1, guys.
Must be
How'd they
nice,
do
eh?
it?
That must be nice. I mean, the Avs are doing pretty well recently. They've gotten
Now,
out of
yeah.
the slump. So
Bo
it's nice.
almost got hurt
It's fine.
yesterday.
Almost.
It's fine.
Keyword there is almost.
Exactly. But yeah, the Sabres are doing great. I'm so happy. Jack Quinn is scoring so much in the AHL. Like, I've never been happier about the Sabres. Like, never.
That must be nice, eh?
Yeah, it must be nice. The Jets are disappointing me. They're so bad.
It's fine. At least
They leave Connor Hellebuck out to dry every single night.
I mean, have you seen the Habs?
Oh, yeah, they're PK. The Habs really said PK. Don't know her.
Don't know it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It was so good last year. And then Phil Deneau was like, peace out. And Carey Price...
Philip Deneau knew that he wasn't coming back to Montreal,
Yeah.
and he conceived his daughter on the... Did you see that tweet? He conceived his daughter on the night that they won Game 6.
I have...
in
The
Vegas.
guy who tweeted that, I have his notifications on. So I saw it at like a meeting and was like, TMI!
TMI, Philip.
The Habs disappoint me constantly.
The Habs are disappointing. But hey, Shane Wright sweepstakes. But watch them take Matt Savoie.
No. They are not allowed to do that.
Honestly, no. If they get, even second overall or third, they're definitely taking Matt Savoie.
Yeah, if they...
you just know they're taking Matt Savoie.
Yeah, I mean, at least Matt Savoie is good, though. At least he's good.
I would love to see him in the Habs jersey. I feel like he'd look good in that.
He would. He would look so good in
Oh, wait, but don't they not have a first-round pick this year? Let me check Cat Friendly. I don't think they have a first-rounder.
I don't care.
Yes, you do.
They suck. They're going to get a first-rounder at the trade deadline.
Yeah, they traded their first overall pick to the Carolina Hurricanes.
Do they have someone else's first-round pick?
Okay, yeah. It was Carolina's first-round pick was transferred to Montreal as compensation for offer sheet.
Yes.
And then they said the better of Montreal / Carolina's 2022 first-round pick, but if either or both top 10s, Montreal will indeed transfer Arizona the worst of Montreal / Carolina's first-round pick. Which means they will have their first-round pick, but not Carolina's, for sure.
But it's fine.
It's fine.
They'll probably get another first-rounder at, the trade deadline.
Who are they going to trade?
I don't know.
Jake Allen?
No. Definitely not. Definitely not Jake Allen. Ben Sherrod. They can trade Ben Sherrod.
No, they can't. He's so bad.
Exactly. So they can trade him to a team that is stupid and will take him.
True. But yeah, that's how our teams are. And I just want to talk about the Jamie Jr. narrative real quick. Jamie Drysdale in 9 games has 4 or 5 points, and is a minus 11. He's playing 23 minutes a night, and doesn't this sound really familiar to someone who used to be on the Sabres, who was also a high first-round pick, who is now a terrible defenseman? Rasmus Ristolainen, everyone. Drysdalainen, everyone. This is why he needs to get traded in the Jack Eichel deal, because the Sabres will for sure send him down to junior, because they don't have space for him on the team.
Yes.
At the moment.
And then he can go to World Juniors.
Exactly. He sucks! Please, Ducks, I'm begging you, send him down. Genuinely.
He doesn't...
They're not going to, because he's playing first pair minutes, but he sucks.
I know, they said this about Ryan Poehling, at the beginning of the season. Or Poehling. They were like, if you want Poehling to be a good fourth-line player, then keep him on the team. But if you want him to be a first line in the future, send him back down to juniors. Send him back down to the AHL. And it's the same thing with Jamie.
Yeah, genuinely, they're ruining him. If he has 4 points, that means he's a minus 11. That means he's been on the ice for 15 goals in 9 games. That's so bad. Not to mention, the ones that he didn't even get points on.
Yeah.
The goal, whatever, he hasn't gotten points on.
It would be better if they weren't playing him on, the first pairing.
Yeah, because apparently that pairing sucks. The Lindholm-Drysdale pairing, apparently it sucks.
Because Jamie has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
So people are saying that he defends like a forward. Do you know how embarrassing that is?
He just has no idea what he's doing because he's a child. He's so young. He doesn't know.
He's 19! He's literally younger than like half of the last year's draft class.
I know. He doesn't know what he's doing because nobody's ever taught him what to do because he's barely played at the NHL level.
Yeah, and he needed another year in junior last year, but he didn't get it, and he was doing fine in the AHL.
Yeah.
But you still shouldn't have brought him up. And now you can't kick him off. Well, no, you could kick him off. You could kick him off like the Habs kicked Jesperi Kotkaniemi back to the AHL like
Let's
2 years ago.
About that. Let's not talk about how the Habs are doing KK.
But, Seriously. Send Jamie back to junior. Jamie Junior narrative, he can captain that World Juniors team.
Him and Fez can have their revenge tour.
Did you see that post I made?
Yes, I saw it.
Jake Neighbors, you're irrelevant.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. And so that's pretty much it for our anything else for our pod. We have our updated color predictions real quick. I'm thinking Raymond or Cider will win it, and Byram will be nominated.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Yeah.
Same for everyone?
Yeah.
We'll talk about our problem next time.
Yeah.
Because I think Ari has to go to church. But, yeah. Okay, that's it for this episode. So.